My name is Sarah Struble, and I'm the head of distance services at Mugar Library. I actually started working at Mugar before I had finished my MLS, which is a Master's of Library Science. I started here as a paraprofessional, and I've moved up through the ranks here at the library. And then once I finished my master's degree, I applied for and got a job as a bibliographer, which means I worked at the reference desk and was responsible for a subject area collection. And then about 5 months ago, I was hired for this position, which is a new position at the library. Students don't always know quite what they can get from the library or what the role of librarian and the library should be in their research and in their studies. So I think 12 years ago, dealing with students, they'd kind of come in and be like, oh, I have a question and I don't know where to start and I don't want to bother you. It's like, well, I'm sitting at a service desk, so you're not bothering me. And we still get those questions. Our questions often still start with, I'm not sure where to start and I don't want to bother you. So I think a lot of our job has continued to be just educating students as to what a librarian can do for them, how we can help them shape the direction that their research process needs to go in, and point them towards some tools and then help them evaluate what they're finding. There are various pieces to my job. I sort of look outward to the ways that the libraries can serve students when they're not on campus, and specifically when they're not in the library. Taking our services out onto the digital platform is really important now as well, and so I'm focused on that. One of the things that I've done is met with the Office of Distance Education to look at integrating what the libraries have to offer, including services from librarians, so help from a librarian, integrating that into their courses. We've also looked at expanding our interlibrary loan services so that people don't physically have to come here to get articles, which is kind of a pain in the butt. I have been working for a couple of years now on a project to work on giving access to all students in the university to consortial borrowing. It allows students to discover stuff online through WorldCat, so either to go and say, hey, I know I'm looking for this specific book, or to go on more of a fishing expedition and say, I want to see what else is out there beyond what is here at BU on this topic. And with that, you can say, oh, we've got all this stuff at BU because that stuff's going to show up first in the list. But now I see that there's also something that's owned beyond BU, that's somewhere else in the Boston Library Consortium. It'll show where that stuff is for you. You'll be able to say, oh, I want it right now, this afternoon. I'll just go to MIT and use it there. You can still do it that way, or you can say, get this for me, and we'll get it in usually 2 to 4 business days. So it's going to be really fast. I'm really excited for what it's going to offer students. It's going to hugely expand beyond what we have to help people find things that aren't available physically here or that we don't subscribe to here. The way I see the managerial part is more as a steering the ship sort of thing, like seeing the direction that we're going to need to go in 6 months or a year or 5 years. And I think there have been some changes at the libraries that have really opened up a lot of new opportunities for what direction we're going in. Most of the people that I work with are professionals. The person that I directly oversee also has a master's degree. And I really enjoy working here. The one downside to my moving up to a managerial position is that I don't work directly with students as much, and I miss that. I was co-teaching a 4-credit class at Sargent, and I really miss dealing directly with the students. But it's also nice to kind of stretch my legs and try something new and see my ability to have an impact and kind of take things in a new direction. So that's exciting.